Hey guys, Chris with Superfast RC again, and today we're going to be taking a look at my new Xray XB8E. This is a unassembled kit as you get it from Xray, and I'm quite excited about this buggy because, well, one of my first racing buggies that I had back when I was into the hobby about 4 years ago, I had an Xray 808E, and I really liked that car. Main reason I liked it is because it handled great. And I didn't break a single part on that buggy. And I might have raced, I must have raced at least, probably 15 times in one season. And didn't have any issues with durability. So it's not that I've had durability issues with this car, I really haven't. And when it's broke, I did, didn't pay attention to something. One of these blocks here, these steering blocks or whatever you want to call it, a caster block broke, split. Well, that's because one of the screws on the bottom fell out. So, nothing really durable against this. It's not a durability issue with this car. It's just the way it handles. It's kind of like a tank, and that's kind of a good thing for durability. If you're a basher, man, this is awesome for you. But if you're going to be out on a track, it's going to be okay at a club level. You're going to place well. You're not going to be, I guess you could place first. There's nothing, I guess it's just not as easy to drive as something like this. Or I remember at least my 808 was. It's very easy to drive. So went ahead, got the XB8E. This is a 2015 spec. And my choices were between the Mugen MBX7R Eco and this, basically because this is what the guys at my local track are running. They're either running the Mugen or the Xrays, so I went with the Xray just because of my prior experience. They're the same price right now on A-Main. They're both $549, so not a big deal. Part support's okay in my area for Xray, so that's not a big deal either. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about the build. Okay, the build on this guy was it went fine. Honestly, it went fine. I will mention that the manual, even though it's very well illustrated, you got this nice paper here, it's gonna last you a long time. Yeah, very well illustrated, shows you how to fill the diffs and everything. And it's just not as, I guess you'd say, fluid as some of the associated builds I've done lately. Basically on the associated builds, as of right now, one bag is one step. So you have a step like this, and that's one bag. Now on the Xray, and I guess on other kits as well, the bags, it's segmented like that, but not to the degree that the associated kit is. So say on the associated kit you have CVDs. Okay, well you have all the CVDs in one bag and you build the CVDs, and that's a step. And then you move on to the next bag. Well, in this one, you have, say, a bag that contains the front arms and the shock tower and the CVDs all in one bag. So it's kind of confusing, and the way it goes through the manual, it's a little bit confusing. But like I said, if you built a RC car before, it's not going to be anything new to you. You're going to know where everything goes pretty much by, you know where it goes. So I want to point out another thing here that I didn't really, I think it's something to do with the tools I had. Maybe I should have had a ball-ended driver. But the way you put the front arms, upper arms together right here, you kind of got to get this in there at an angle, and it was kind of hard. I got it after the first couple of tries, but yeah, it is an issue. So you might want to have a ball-end driver for this step, but other than that, no complaints on the build. Went together great. Everything's very tight. It's just Xray quality, and that's really all I can say. So yeah, the build was good. No complaints. Another one thing I want to mention, and I think fellow YouTuber MGS Racing TV also mentioned, that you want to have good tools. And these MIP tools were fantastic. Didn't have any stripping problems at all. So if you're going to be building a high quality kit like this, you're going to want to get some good tools. Either I'd recommend the MIP or the Huddy. God, there's another brand out there, I just can't think of it right now. I know what to stay away from. Stay away from the Integy and the Turnigy. The Turnigy, I actually built my RC8 with the Turnigy long shafts, and I did have some stripping problems, especially with the 2mm, because you use it a lot when you build these kits. But yeah, if you're on a budget, just spring for a 2mm Huddy. That'll really get you through the build, I think, for the most part, as long as you have adequate drivers for your 2.5 and your 1.5mm. So But I mean, for the price, 36 bucks, can't go wrong with this MIP set. All right, so let's get on talk about the buggy. Where do I start? The tires that are on here right now aren't really, they're just for show. They're kind of worn out, so probably gonna go with some Proline suppressors, or maybe even whole shot, something like that. Maybe blockades. I don't know. Haven't gotten there yet. So another thing I wanted to mention about the front end that I didn't really care for all that much. It's more of an aesthetic thing for me. I really like the carbon fiber that Xray uses on the shock towers. So this little brace here that they include to give it extra strength, I really think this should have been made, you know, anodized black or something like that, because I really don't like it. Just kind of stands out like a sore thumb. And I thought about sanding it down and painting it black, but I figured by the time I do that, first time I land on the front shock tower, it's going to be showing through anyway. So I'm just going to leave it like that. It's going to be fine. The body paint job, really pretty simple. I have a green, dark green stripe in the middle, and the rest of it's black. So nothing fancy there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the body off. Like I said, the wing, oh yeah, the wing is very sturdy on this model. Come on, get off there. Get that off there. So here's my current setup. I want to mention something that doesn't come in the kit that I bought extra for this. These dirt guards here. These are, I think, $15, and they're going to be well worth their money, I think, because on my RC8, first buggy I've ever had with these dirt guards, I really can't think of a better thing to have on there, because it keeps your rear drivetrain and your arms clean. And without them, I mean, they're going to get dirty, and you're going to have issues with, you know, I mean, just cleaning it. It's more of a pain in the butt. So right now I have a Tekin T8 Gen 2 motor in here. I'm going to be also running a Hobbywing SCT Pro censored ESC, not the RX8. So there's that. I have my Milapse transponder mounted up right here, very clean with heat shrink. And just another one of those aesthetic things, because I mean, look at all this pretty carbon fiber. I mean, that's just what you get with the Xray. It's eye candy, and that's what I like about it too. It's buggy form. So also, yeah, Savox 1258 TG servo. Other than that, the battery tray is pretty big. I'm probably going to be getting the SMC LiPo. Not sure exactly which one yet, but it definitely has some more room in here for a bigger battery. So depending on how long the mains are where you're at, this might be a good buggy for you. Because I know on the RC8, the battery tray is a little bit more constrained, and it's meant to fit those, you know, 2S hard case packs, 2 of them in there, and run them in series. And that's pretty much all you have. I mean, the Turnigy 5000 20C fits great in there, but I mean, if you're going to go for anything else, bigger capacity, you really can't fit it in the RC8. So good battery tray, like it. Let's look at the underside of the buggy. Very clean, very, 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 very clean chassis here. Every screw, I'm not sure if these are for extras or whatnot, but these, I didn't see, there's an extra screw bag in the kit. And I don't know if these screws, doesn't show you in the manual to put these screws in. So, I mean, they're underneath the battery tray, and the battery tray keeps this tray held down, this side guard held down. So I'm not sure if I should put them in or not. And also these holes right here, I guess they're for extra stiffening. I'm not sure, but it doesn't tell me anything about them in the manual, so I don't know. But like I said, it's going to be great. I guess it helps with lightness. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's just do that one more time. Very nice. I like the front bumper on this. I mean, it's just Xray. I mean, there's nothing else you can say about it. It's high quality RC vehicle. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I will give you an update on it once I get the speed control in there and get it run. I really don't want to run this thing in a basher environment because it's so pretty. I think I'm just going to wait to run it till I really get down to the track. So we'll definitely have a video of that. So, but other than that, as far as the build and everything so far, it's going very well. And like I said, this is one of the high quality buggies out there. I'm sure Associated is going to be coming out with the RC8B8E at some point soon. So there's going to be that, but that's not right now. So we got this. yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say. So this has been Chris of Superfast RC, and this has been an overview of my brand new Xray XB8E 2015 spec. Thanks for watching.